Hey y'all, this is Corey with Everyday Man. Today I want to do a video for you on pulling a single axle trailer versus a dual axle trailer and see which one pulls better behind your vehicle. Now, although I do have this big heavy duty Ram sitting here, that's not what we're going to do it with. That wouldn't be fair, that's too easy. What we're going to use is my wife's little Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now this Jeep Grand Cherokee is equipped with a 3.6 liter V6 Pentastar. It's got an 8-speed transmission. Now, this single axle trailer right here, to give you a little bit of backstory, I bought it when I had my Jeep Wrangler. So I wanted something light, but big enough to put my side-by-side on it so I could take hunting, take mud riding, do whatever I do. And this trailer seemed like it fit the bill pretty well. Historically, it's never really pulled good, to be honest with you. I think it's because of the two gates catch a lot of wind. It's a very light duty trailer. So I'll be curious today to see how this works out. We're gonna pull this 60 miles. We're gonna do a fuel mileage test on it behind the Jeep. And then we're gonna hook up a tandem axle 16 footer, put the Terex on it and do the same 60 miles. And we're gonna talk about which one pulls better and which one may be better for you to pull with your crossover SUV. All right, guys, we're over here at the racetrack, topping off the Jeep. This is gonna be our start point. And we're gonna do a TFL style fill up. We'll give it 30 seconds, we'll fill it to the brim, we'll get in the Jeep, we'll head on down the road. All right, y'all, so we're now on the interstate and we're looking at the Mississippi River Bridge here in Luling. And I've got the Jeep cruise control set to 70 miles an hour. We're gonna see if we can maintain speed going up this rather long, steep hill. This will be about the only hill we got here to go up. So we're approaching it, we're getting on it. Let's check it out. Jeep is downshifting. It's dropped down to 65. It's down to 5th gear. That's 65. Oh, just downshifted again. 4th gear. And it's bringing me back up to 70. So it has put itself in the right gear. It's maintaining 70 miles an hour, which isn't too bad at all. So we made it up to the top of the Luling Bridge. And I'll give you an update here in a little bit, guys, see how the Jeep's doing. We're gonna go 30 miles out, 30 miles back to the gas station and see what it does. And then we'll do it all over again. So I'll see you in a bit. Hey y'all, we're about 20 miles into our first round. And this Grand Cherokee is actually pulling this trailer rather nicely. In fact, I'm quite impressed with it. It pulls a lot better than my Wrangler did. My Wrangler had a rough time pulling this trailer. Now, one thing about a single axle trailer, is if you take a look out my mirror here, any type of steering input will cause this trailer to really wobble around. It can actually be a bit stressful in a crosswind situation where you really have to concentrate on holding the wheel straight. And in this Jeep, actually, the steering is really tight on it. Well, compared to my Ram, compared to my big pickup truck. So any little bit of steering input from this Jeep will really cause that trailer to get out of whack. So you really got to pay attention to it. And then a curve, even a long swooping curve on the interstate, it'll waggle around. Waggle, that's a good word. It'll waggle around on you while you're driving down the road. And a crosswind will also really get to it. Now today, we got high pressure on top of us. It's like 95 degrees outside. There's no wind blowing. So that's not too bad. So I'm really impressed right now with the Jeep. It's pulling this trailer and my Terex very nicely. So we'll be turning around up here and we'll get it back to the gas station and see what kind of mileage we're getting. All right? All right, guys, we're right at 30 miles. We're turning around. We're heading back to the gas station. We're averaging right now, the computer says 12.9 miles to the gallon. We're going to get on back and see what it's actually doing. And I'll see you in a bit. So, guys, I want to talk to you a little bit right now about this single axle trailer. Right now I'm behind an 18-wheeler and I got one passing me up. We're getting a little bit of traffic right now. And with the turbulence from these vehicles, I'm really starting to feel this single axle dance around on me. It's pulling the little Jeep around quite a bit. And it really makes you concentrate on the steering inputs, and it makes for a stressful ride. It's not the best situation to be in. I've even slowed down a little bit. Had my cruise set at 70 miles an hour. And I'm gonna try and get around this truck just because I don't like the turbulence coming off the back of it. But these single axle trailers are very susceptible to wind. They don't track particularly well behind your vehicle. And that's kind of the point of why I'm doing this video. I think towards the end, after we pull the larger tandem axle, even though we're pulling it with a smaller vehicle, I think what you'll see is the tandem axle, even though it's bigger and heavier, is probably going to be the best way to go, even with a smaller vehicle. But that's what we're doing. We're checking it out. We'll find out. I'll be back in a bit. All right, y'all, we made it to the racetrack. We've gone exactly 60.7 miles, and we put 4.8 gallons of fuel. So let's check it out. 60.7 divided by 4.81 actually. And we are at 12.6 miles to the gallon with the single axle trailer. The computer's telling me 13.2, so it's not very far off. So give me a few minutes and I'm gonna go hook up a bigger trailer to this thing, and we'll do the same thing and see what kind of mileage we get. See if it pulls any differently. All right, y'all, we got the tandem axle 16-foot trailer hooked to the back of the Jeep, and we're gonna go do our 60-mile run again. I haven't pulled anything this big with the Jeep yet, so I am generally interested in finding out if this thing pulls better behind that little vehicle than my single axle. We'll go give it a go, find out. All right, guys, we got the tandem axle. We got the tandem axle hooked up. We're doing a TFL, wait 30 seconds, we're gonna top it off. We're gonna get on the road, and we're gonna tell you all about the Jeep pulling the bigger trailer. See you in a minute. All right, y'all, so we're just getting settled on the interstate. We're about to hit the Luling Bridge again, and we're gonna see if the Jeep can maintain at 70 miles an hour or how close it can. Already I can tell you, I can feel the extra weight, I can feel the extra rolling resistance with the four wheels. But I will say this is a much more relaxed ride pulling this tandem axle trailer. So let's watch the speed. Let's see how we handle it going up the bridge. We've slowed down to about 65. The Jeep is downshifting. Let's see if we get back up to 70. All right, we're approaching 70. We're in cruise control. That's the speed limit, 70 miles an hour. Jeep's doing it, no problem. This tandem axle so far is pulling much better than my little single axle trailer, and the Jeep's handling it just fine. So we're gonna continue to go down the road. We're gonna do our 60 miles, and we'll talk about it. All right, see y'all in a bit. All right, y'all, so I've taken this Jeep from I-310 to I-10 on a long radius curve, and this tandem axle trailer handles it quite a bit better than my single axle. And you can see I'm doing another one right here, getting on the I-55. I
can hardly feel this trailer behind this Jeep, believe it or not. My single axle, while going through those long turns, was actually pushing the rear end of the Jeep around quite a bit. This tandem axle, I'm really impressed right now with the way this Jeep is handling it. Steering inputs, if you look out the mirror again, the steering inputs do not really affect this trailer nearly as bad. It tracks straight and true, and the Jeep is really doing great. So we're going to continue on our way. We got a few more miles to go. We'll be turning around, and we're going to head back to the gas station. But I'm sure you'll see me before the gas station. All right, y'all. See you in a minute. All right, y'all. I'm finding myself in a similar situation as before, where I'm behind an 18-wheeler, and there's quite a bit of turbulent air behind this truck. And although I do feel it behind it, it is not nearly as extreme as it was pulling my other trailer. So I just wanted to give you guys a real world comparison between being around trucks on the highway. This was much more relaxed being behind this 18-wheeler than it was previously with the single axle trailer. So we're almost back to the gas station, and we're gonna see which one gets better mileage. All right, guys, see you in a bit. All right, y'all. So we're back at the racetrack. We went 60 miles, 60.1 in fact. And let's see. I'm not gonna tell you just yet. I'm gonna get to my house, and we're gonna do a conclusion to this video. So stick around for a few more minutes. We'll go inside, we'll sit down, and we'll talk about what we found. I think you'll be surprised. See you in a minute. So y'all, we made it back home, and I'll be honest with you, I'm quite surprised with the outcome of this video. I didn't really know what to expect when I started. I knew historically speaking my little trailer wasn't a real good tower. I bought it because it was light duty, it was a single axle, and like I said, I had a Jeep Wrangler that only had about a 3,500 pound towing capacity on it. Now my trailer weighs about 1,000 pounds, and my side-by-side weighs between 1,500 and 1,600 pounds. So I was well within the range of the Jeep, the Wrangler, but it never particularly liked pulling it. Now, the larger trailer, the 16-foot, is closer to 2,000 or 2,200 pounds. So with my Terex on it, we're talking about 3,700 pounds, which would have been a little too much for my Jeep to pull. But with this crossover, with this midsize crossover, the Jeep Grand Cherokee, it's got a tow rating of about 6,000 pounds. So I was barely over halfway. Well, I was a good bit over halfway, I suppose. 36. I was a little over halfway. Anyway, it pulled it great. Pulling the two, there was really no comparison. The tandem axle trailer handled a lot better. It tracked a lot straighter. I was much more relaxed driving it. I wasn't nearly as conscious as with the steering wheel as I was pulling my single axle. It'll scare you a little bit if it'll get wobbly on you. It's just not the best thing. Now what I found, fuel mileage wise, the single axle trailer, we got 12.62 miles per gallon in that 60 miles, driving about 70 miles an hour with the cruise control set. 12.62. Now the dual axle got 12.69. It actually got a hair better fuel mileage. That surprised me. I figured it was gonna get a half mile to a mile less just with the increased rolling resistance and the weight, but it actually pulled so much better with that Jeep that it got better fuel mileage. So in conclusion, I'd like to say, if you have a mid-sized SUV, which probably has similar towing ratings, I'm sure they're all pretty close to the same, 5,000-6,000 pounds, and you're looking to get a trailer, don't limit yourself to the smallest, lightest weight trailer that you think can handle your load, such as that Terex outside, because that always ain't the best case. Sometimes bigger really is better, guys. And y'all, that's all I have, and until next time, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and till next time, I'll see you.